Hello friends, today we are going to learn about gender school and society subject in the topic of paradigm shift from women's studies to gender studies. In content, we will see about introduction, critics and evolving our purpose, perspectives, intersectionality, emergence of gender studies, key themes and concepts in gender studies, contemporary issues and debates, further issues and challenges, institution and academic recognition, globalization and translational perspectives, intersectional activism and solidarity movements, digital cultures and new media, and conclusion. First of all, in the introduction, we can learn about women's studies emerged in the late 1960s and early 1970s, primarily focusing on the experiences, contributions, and struggles of women within various societal contexts. It aimed to challenge traditional patriarchal narratives and structure while exploring women's role in history, literature, politics, and other disciplines. Critics and evolving perspectives. Limitations of women. Critics argued that women's studies focus too narrowly on experiences of cisgender, white, middle class women, neglecting the intersectionality of gender with race, class, sexuality, and other identity factors. Intersectionality. The concept of intersectionality, introduced by Kimberly Crenshaw in the late 1980s, highlighted the interconnected nature of various social identities and experiences. This critique prompted a shift towards a more inclusive approach that acknowledged the diversity of human experiences. Next, emergence of gender studies. Incorporating multiple perspectives, gender studies emerged as a response to the critics of women among to broaden the scope to include the study of masculinity, transgender experiences, and non binary identities. Next, focus on social construction of gender. Gender studies shifted the focus from various viewing gender as a fixed biological category to understanding it as a socially constructed phenomenon shaped by cultural, historical, and political contents. Key themes and concepts in gender studies. Gender performance, drawing from Judith Butler work, gender studies examine how individuals perform and negotiate their identities within societal norms and expectation. Queer theory. Gender studies intersects with queer theory, which challenges narrative understandings of sexuality and gender, exploring fluidity, complexity, and resistance to binary categorizations. Then, trans studies. Gender studies incorporate the study of transgender experiences, identities, and activism, recognizing the diversity and complexity within trans communities. Studies inter- intersects with queer theory, which challenges normative understanding of sexuality and gender, exploring fluidity, complexity, and resistance to binary categorizations. Then, contemporary issues and debates. Global perspective. Gender studies examine gender dynamics across diverse cultural and geographical contexts, highlighting global inequalities, power structures, and resistance movement. Digital and technological influence. Gender studies explore the impact of digital technological on gender identities, relationships, and activism, addressing issues such as online harassment, surveillance, and digital divides. Environmental and ecofeminine perspectives. Gender studies intersects with environmental and ecofeminism, examine gender dimensions of environmental degradation, climate change, and sustainable development. Further directions and challenges. Continued intersectional approach. Gender studies will continue to prioritize intersectionality recognition with interconnectedness of gender with race, class, sexuality, disability, and other identity markers. Engagement with transdisciplinary approach. Trans studies will increasingly engage with transdisciplinary perspectives, collaborating with fields such as critical race studies, disability studies, post-colonial studies, and environmental studies to address complex social issues. Activism, social change. Gender studies will remain committed to social justice and activism, advocating for gender equality, LGBTQ plus rights, reproductive justice, and other forms of social change. Institutional and academic recognition. Gender studies programs have gained institutional recognition within university and academic institutions, establishing department, research center, and academic journals dedicated to the study of gender and sexuality. The institutionalization of gender studies has facilitated interdisciplinary collaboration, providing spaces for scholars, activism, and participants to exchange ideas, conduct research, and advocate for social change. Then, globalization and transnational perspectives. Gender studies programs have gained institutional recognition within universities and academic institutions, establishing department research centers and academic journals dedicated to the study of gender sexuality. The institution of gender studies has facilitated interdisciplinary collaboration, providing spaces for scholars, activists, and participants to exchange ideas, conduct research, and advocate for social change. Intersectional activism. Then, digital cultures and new media. Gender studies explore the intersection of gender, technology, and new ideas, examine how digital culture shape and are shaped by gender identities, representation, and power dynamics. Digital feminist activists utilizes online platform for advocacy, awareness raising, and community building, addressing issues such as online harassment, algorithmic bias, and digital privacy. Then conclusion. The evaluation from women's studies to gender studies representing represents a dynamic and ongoing process of theoretical innovation, political engagement, and social transformation. Gender studies continues to evolve in response to emerging challenges and opportunities, remaining committed to its foundational principle of equity, justice, and liberation for all. And then see the references. Thank you.